P.O.L. Gamer Review.
Yo, what up everybody? IntraVenus here, back with a quick episode from P.O.L. Game Review. I'm also from P.O.L. Music. What we're going to do here is repair an action figure. I'm going to give you an update on some of the new videos coming out, but what had happened today is I received a lot of 6 Spawn action figures, all supposed to be sealed and new in good condition from eBay. And when you do this, you have to be careful, because you really have to look at those pictures. Sometimes there might be some damage that they don't list. Like in this one, they didn't say that the character that I was looking forward to most, which was a repaint variation of Battleclad Spawn, actually had its arms broken off in the package. You'll see in a second, and probably can see right there, one of his arms are upside down. In the pictures that I looked at, his arms happened to be in the right positions, and it looked like they were attached. And since there was no information, and since it's sealed, I don't understand how those arms broke off. You know, maybe it was a manufacturing flaw, but what we're going to do here is I'm going to open this, which will be nice to open a retro Spawn action figure, because at this point, I'm going to have to get another one if I want one sealed, because I don't think it's going to be worth much with broken arms. So I'm going to take some super glue and carefully build this into a nice statue that I can have around at least. You know, you don't have to throw away your action figures if they break. They're really easy to fix, actually, as long as you don't mind 1 or 2 less moving parts. Just glue them in your favorite position. So without further ado, let's get into some close-ups. Here is Battleclad Spawn repaint variation from Series 6. Now, if this figure was not broken, I would be able to say that I have completed my Series 6 collection aside for some repaint variations, but I don't consider that anymore since this is about to be opened. Now, if we take a quick look at the clip and collect on the back, Battleclad Spawn. Existing in a period of history when battles were waged with very little beyond one's bare hands, Battleclad Spawn's costume is morphed to accommodate his environment. Looking like a suit of armor, Spawn is protected with both the elements of nature and face-to-face combat. One of the most posable figures in this collection, Battleclad Spawn has joints at the knees, hips, waist, shoulders, wrists, elbows, and neck. His 2-headed staff is the only weapon this warrior needs. Maybe that's why this broke in the case, is because it's supposed to be the most posable. Its elbows must be pretty weak. So let's go ahead and open her up and fix her. Stick around, guys. Whew. Alright guys, so I gotta tell you, I'm at least excited that I get to open one of these, because I thought about opening some, but in all reality I should not. In fact, if I want some to stand up as statues in my home, I was planning on buying a lot of already open figures, so I don't have to open these. But as I said before, this one has 2 broken arms shaking around in there, so we're gonna fix them. Where should we start? It's exciting. There's the arms. Snapped right off at the hinge, somehow inside the packaging. Both of them. Put those aside for a second. It's got a little tie around the neck. Yeah, there. Man, it is a really cool looking Spawn figure. It's so nice to hold this. He does have some good bendable parts. So what we're going to do is probably get his arms in a nice position however we want him to keep a good balance and good stance. Let's get all of his goodies out. Alright, we got all the pieces out. I guess we should probably put on all his armor before we glue. I don't know, actually. Yeah, probably. We'll get an idea of the balance of the character standing up, and also won't have to shake it around too much when everything's said and done. So I'm going to actually have to look at the picture here a little bit, I think. Almost done. You'll see here his arm looks a little weird, but that's because this is one of the most posable figures in the series, and you can turn his wrist. So as soon as his arms feel comfortable in their positions, plenty dried, I will look back. Maybe I'll fill a crack or two with a little extra super glue, but it probably won't be necessary, especially since it's pretty much just going to sit on my shelf after this. But once his arm's a little more dried, a little more happy, I will rotate his wrist, affix his weapons, and that last little piece of armor that fell off, and Battleclad Spawn will be rejuvenated. Alright guys, so there you have it. I do not always recommend ordering figures or video games or anything collectible that you like the packaging to come in good conditioning and the product itself. If you want it to come in good condition, really check out those pictures. Maybe even think about messaging the seller just to be sure, especially if you're going to drop a lot of money on something. I only spent $45 on this whole bundle before shipping, and I got 6 action figures total, more of which I'll be talking about in my next Spawn action figure collecting video. That'll be part 6, so stay tuned for that. But I hope you enjoyed seeing me open Battleclad Spawn. This is a paint variation, and he did have broken arms, and what I did and we joined in together for was a rebuild, reattaching those arms and making him a beautiful action figure again, with still everything movable except for the elbows, which is quite fine anyways. For me, I mean, sure, if you're gonna have a little kid that's gonna be playing with this afterwards, you might want to add a little extra layer of super glue around the hinge. But it usually works pretty good. I mean, as long as they're careful not twisting it around. I don't know, I don't play with my toys. I just put them somewhere and look at them. And I usually don't open them either. But this time we did. So there is Battleclad Spawn from Series 6. I got the back here. I think I'll go ahead and grab the clip and collect just for the heck of it. Cut that out. This is from Series 6 and it came out in 1996. Stick around for more videos. I'm not sure when this one's going to drop. I'm trying to make this as quick as possible. I'll do a lot of fast forwarding and stuff through all the repairs. Hopefully it'll get out to you clean and quick. And stay tuned. Next up, all my PS2 Gems videos for the next few are going to be about fighting games. It's going to be a little bit different because it's not just going to be gems. I'm covering every fighting game that I can get my hands on for the PlayStation 2. And first up, we got Soul Calibur 2 and 3, as well as Street Fighter Anniversary Collection, King of Fighters 11, and Neo Geo Battle Coliseum coming up next. I also have a lot more Spawn action figure collecting, if you haven't guessed, including a gold edition of Violator and an individually packed Malbolgia. So, stay tuned, guys. Let me know if you want to see me open more action figures, if that's something you're into, if you like seeing repairs of action figures, and if you just like videos that I'm doing in general and you like retro anything, then please like and subscribe. Thanks for sticking around to the end of the video, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace!
In the scene, remember back in the day where we could kick in and drink karaoke, wanna spit it with me? I'm carrying a spliff in the fifth of the tea, sticking in dreams, one sick man, a different thing, and we can kill it in a cipher like words would have spread a virus by us vipers, hocking up a poisons.